I uploaded a video last week showing how to generate a storyboard using Flow AI, and a lot of people asked me to explain the process in more detail. Some also requested the full script. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything properly, with a more detailed explanation and a step-by-step process you can follow. I'll be showing you how to handle story generation, scene creation, image generation, image-to-video transformation, and, most importantly, the full workflow you need to generate a complete storyboard. One of the biggest advantages of this method is that instead of generating scenes one after the other, you can use a single prompt to generate about 6 to 9 scenes at once. If you haven't watched the previous video, I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. I'll leave the link in the description, and you can also find it in the cards section. Now, without wasting time, let's get started. To begin with, as you can see here, I already have a prompt prepared that will guide us in generating our images. The first thing we need to do is copy this prompt. Once that's done, we head over to ChatGPT and paste it there. After pasting, the next step is to insert your story inside the brackets provided. You can write a short story based on what you want the AI to generate. I already have my story ready, so I'll paste it in. Now we have a complete guideline for the AI to follow. Once that's done, I click the Generate button. As you can see, ChatGPT has generated 2 versions of the story for us. At this point, it's up to you to choose the one that works best for your purpose. Since I need something short, I'll go with this one for this tutorial. Before moving forward, it's very important to read through the story and fully understand it. Many people skip this step and jump straight into generating a storyboard without understanding the narrative, which often leads to poor results. So always take your time to comprehend the story first. Once you've done that, the next step is to type a prompt asking ChatGPT to list out the cast of the story. Immediately, it will generate the characters. As you can see here, we have Daniel, who is the husband, Clara, who is the wife, and some additional supporting characters. From here, we now move to generating character prompts. Normally, ChatGPT may offer to generate images directly, but instead of that, I prefer to ask it to create short image prompts for each character.
Even if I'm generating my images using ChatGPT.
This gives you flexibility to use other AI tools for image generation. If you want more detail, you can always ask ChatGPT to expand them further. Based on this, I'll proceed to generate the main characters, Daniel and Clara, and also the beast from the evil forest. Now we have all the key characters needed for the story. The next step is to download these images one after the other. It is very important to name your images properly while saving them. This helps maintain consistency later, especially because AI tools rely heavily on keywords. Naming your characters correctly ensures better results when referencing them. Now that we have our character images, it's time to generate the storyboard. To do this, I'll go back to my Google Doc. Here, we need to make a few adjustments. First, separate the paragraphs properly by using Shift and Enter. In the first section, you'll see instructions like use the uploaded image as reference while maintaining character design and identity. This part is very important. You'll need to input your character details here. For example, the first character is male, named Daniel. The second is female, named Clara. If you have more characters, you can keep adding them in the same format. For the beast, since it doesn't have a name, you can simply label it as Beast. Once all the placeholders are filled correctly, we move to the next part of the prompt. It asks the AI to generate scenes with detailed visual descriptions arranged in a storyboard grid. You can customize the visual style here. For example, you can choose photorealistic, 2D animation, 3D animation, or any style you prefer. For this tutorial, I'll leave it as Cinematic Ultra-Realistic Storyboard Grid. After setting everything up, I press Enter, and the AI generates the storyboard scenes. As you can see, it creates multiple scenes with panels. For example, Scene 5 contains Panel 1, Panel 2, and Panel 3. Ideally, they should be listed separately, but sometimes the AI combines them, which is still fine. Next, we copy the storyboard prompt and move over to Flow AI. Once there, we paste the prompt and upload the character images we saved earlier. Make sure the images match the order of the characters listed. Daniel first, Clara second, and the beast third. Now that everything is set, you can proceed to generate the storyboard. I usually use 2x quality for better results. However, sometimes the generated storyboard may not match your exact expectations. This is normal because AI can be inconsistent. In such cases, you may need to try multiple times until you get the desired result. Now, let me point out an important correction. The reason the earlier result didn't match our expectations was because the character description section, names and genders, was mistakenly placed inside ChatGPT instead of Flow AI. That section is supposed to be used directly inside Flow AI. So to fix this, you generate the storyboard structure using ChatGPT, then copy the output and paste it into Flow AI, along with the character references. This ensures much better and more consistent results. After that, you continue copying each scene from ChatGPT and pasting it into Flow AI one after the other until all scenes are generated. Now, as you can see, we have our storyboard. Some panels may come out perfectly, but others may need refinement, but that's part of the process. With a few retries, you can achieve a very clean and professional result. Now that we're done generating the storyboard using Flow AI, the next step is to extract the individual panels or images from the storyboard, and that's where we'll continue in the next section.
Over here, I'll click on any storyboard. Let's use this one as an example. In the text box, I'll type a simple prompt like "Generate panel 1 alone," then press enter. Once you do that, the result will appear on the right-hand side. From there, you can proceed to the next panel by typing "Generate panel 2" and continuing the process. Now take note of something important. When you're working with more than 3 panels, you may need to add an extra instruction to guide the AI properly. So after your initial prompt, like "Generate panel 4", you should include something like "counting from left to right" to ensure accuracy. For example, if you try generating panel 4 without that added instruction, you might notice that the result doesn't match the exact panel you want. This happens because the AI may interpret the layout differently. To fix this, you need to be very specific and match the reference exactly as it appears in the storyboard. Once you refine the prompt and generate again, the AI will produce a result that is much closer to the original panel. Sometimes you may need to repeat this process a few times to get the exact output you want. That's completely normal. AI works based on the instructions you give it, so the more precise your prompt is, the better your results will be. As you can see here, the generated image now matches the original panel accurately. Using this same method, you can go ahead and extract all the panels from your storyboard one by one.
If you want to go deeper into learning how to use AI, especially in storytelling and animation, I'll be organizing a free animation class that I highly recommend you join. It's going to be mind-blowing, and I'll be sharing a lot of valuable insights, including how you can position yourself to start earning through YouTube. I've trained many students already, and they're doing really well. In the class, I'll guide you on what to do, what to avoid, and how you can successfully grow and scale your journey on YouTube. I won't be covering editing in this video because editing is generally the same across the board. If you want to learn how to edit videos like this, you can check out my previous videos where I've already explained the process in detail. As for image animation, you can use any AI tool that allows you to convert images into videos. There are free tools available, but I strongly recommend going for paid options, even if they are affordable. This is important for maintaining quality and authenticity in your content. The last thing you want is to run into copyright issues down the line, so using reliable tools will help you avoid those problems.